keep an eye on that, so it will be cute.
Looking forward to seeing it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out and joining us, and look forward to having you back in FutureSound at some point in the future.
For sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anouk. Take care. So they say that music connects us. So not only is this the title of our next presentation, however, it's extremely relevant to how I met our next guest. Ari Peralta was presenting in a conference about 2 or 3 years ago, which was focused on sound, which is a very rare thing 3 years ago. There are not many conferences that focus on that topic. And when I heard him speak, I was instantly hooked and became a really big fan. What he had to say, and what he always has to say, is always extremely fascinating. So Ari Peralta is the founding partner of Arigami. Arigami is an internationally recognized playground, as in Ari's words, dedicated to sensory transformation. And when I say he's working on some incredible projects, I'm not exaggerating. So from turning an automobile into a wellness sanctuary, developing a breathing room, using color and generative art to support people in the workplace. A common thread with all of Ari's work is it definitely stretches the imagination. However, it also solves real-world problems. I'm delighted to welcome Ari back to FutureSound. He's going to talk about his groundbreaking initiative in collaboration with Beatport called Music Connects Us. Please welcome to FutureSound, Ari Peralta.
Hi, my name is Ari Peralta, and I'm the CEO and founding partner at Arigami. At Arigami, we're a fun playground dedicated to sensory technologies and well-being. We believe in the power of transformative tech. In other words, technology that allows and enables people to live healthier and better lives. I'm here today to talk about Music Connects Us, an incredible report that was created in partnership with Beatport, the Association for Electronic Music, AFEM, Silent Mode, How Mental, Listen Up Therapy, and so many other great partners. I'm super excited to be here at the FutureSound event to really position this new world of sound as a medicinal tool, as a transformative tool, as a healing tool. Right now, we are living in a crisis of meaning. We're looking for identity, we're looking for authenticity, and we're greatly seeking community. That's why we created the Music Connects Us report. There you'll find an interesting mix of the latest in electronic music, the latest in science and sound research, and also artists talking and being vulnerable about mental health. Now, it's important that we all talk about mental health because it's real. And after the last almost 2 years now, living through this COVID experience, us collectively, we can feel the impact, we can feel the isolation, we can feel the craving and need to be part of something that's greater than ourselves. That's why this report is so special to me as a person and as a member of this industry. It's important that we build a support culture in every industry, but in particular within the music industry, about mental health. It's no surprise that mental health and some of the consequences that happen when you don't cultivate balance with your mental health has sharply affected the electronic music community and the music community as a whole. We see suicide rates and depression rates significantly higher than other industries and other groups. It's important that we understand that mental health is a human factor. So this isn't about whether you feel great or you don't feel great. It's about finding and cultivating balance through emotional intelligence at any moment in your day. And that's why it's important to explore ways that music can support us and our mental health and cultivating that balance and exercising our emotional intelligence. So when I speak of emotional intelligence, I'm talking about our reactivity. And that's something that I speak as I'm learning because we're continuously learning how to be better versions of ourselves. What music connects us brought to light was the whole fact that music connects us. And because we have that common denominator, we have an opportunity to work together, to support each other, and really to learn and grow together. And I think that's the opportunity that we see and that we want to share with each of you being part of FutureSound. If we're going to talk about the future, what we really need to talk about is the present, because today we are cultivating tomorrow. And similar to the fields that we cultivated thousands and still today, the crop that we get is based on how much effort we put in. Right now, the world is flipped upside down. Our businesses have shut down, work is completely different, and technology has really helped us get by. Now, it's important that we now assess how to use technology in more transformative and supportive ways. The interesting thing about music is that the power of music is not new. We've used music for thousands of years since the beginning of human civilization to connect, to share our stories, our emotions, our feelings. And now with the modern era of neuroscience and all this capture technology and wearable technology, we're starting to validate how and to what extent music could actually make a difference. And we see these changes not just in our brain, we see them in our body, we see them in our behavior. So it's interesting to look at the different ways music can impact you as a human being. Music can affect us psychologically. In other words, it can help us understand our emotions, and that's why certain songs, they pump us up, or certain songs remind us of a breakup, or a relationship, or a friend. And that's really powerful. Very few things have that kind of impact and weight in our memory, in our being, in our daily life and consciousness. Now, besides our psychology, it actually impacts our physiology. And this is a bit more difficult to measure, at least with the technologies we have today. But we know that we store sonic information in different parts of our body. So part of our journey now is really working with researchers, with scientists, with technologists, but most importantly with artists together in the same room to find out answers to these questions. Now, the thing with science, if you've explored or dabbed into science, is that there's never a clear answer. And that's because we are systems of systems. For a long time, we have designed the world under this umbrella of human centrism. You may have heard it as human-centric design. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that system alone or that framework alone gets us the results that we need. We have to take a moment and stop and think and say, right now, we have more solutions than ever before to support our mental health. Right now, we have more awareness campaigns and just people accepting that mental health is real. So the issues still continue. If anything, they're exponentially growing. Before COVID, mental health was evaluated by the WHO, by the World Health Organization, as a pandemic. It's a silent pandemic. And if COVID has taught us anything, it's that we have a lot more than what we can just see. There's a lot more to this world and layers to this world. And that's what leads me to talk to you a little bit more about systems thinking, functional music, and again, using out-of-the-box ways to implement strategies to improve to the greatest potential each and every one of you can reach. Mental health support is not about judgment. It's not only about therapy. It's not only about music. Mental health is about cultivating balance every single day. And whether you're an artist selling to hundreds of thousands of albums or a performer performing in front of hundreds of thousands of people, or me in this case, speaking to all of you here, regardless of what we do or whatever kind of relative success we experience, we're still human. And that's why I want to talk about this systematic thinking. We are systems within systems. Inside our body, we are a bunch of different systems together that make our being. Our world is a system that we all form part of. And regardless of which direction you go up on the scale, you'll continuously find this holistic, comprehensive, systematic approach to nature. So going back to solutions, one of the things that I'm very passionate about is talking about functional music, where we go beyond music for entertainment, beyond indulgence, and really explore other things that music can do for us, like calm us, like motivate us, like allow us to release and ground. Artists have known this for a long time. And one of my great friends, Tom Middleton, who this crowd knows very well, he's the one who kind of started this in my own mind, sharing the power that music could have. And could we use music to improve people's lives, to decrease their anxiety, and to enable self-transformation? And that's what Music Connects Us is all about. It was a nonprofit project between multiple companies who came together under one vision of let's support our community. Music connects each and every one of us. It connects us to our community, but most importantly, it connects us to ourselves. I encourage each and every one of you to just take a moment and think about a song or a track that connects you with a special friend, a family member, someone, or maybe a moment, a place, and time. It's important that we see and evolve our view for music because the future of sound is very interesting. And I think the Future of Sound event really is bringing at the forefront highly skilled thinkers who think out of the box, who are doing incredible projects, not just the ones we're doing, but they're doing incredible projects, transforming people's lives. I want to encourage you to explore, to continue to learn, and most important, to absorb. It's important that we absorb what we're learning, what we're sharing, and what others are doing in different industries. It's important that we continue to evolve our approach towards using sound for good. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share more about our report, and I encourage you to go visit www.musicconnectsus.co.uk. Thank you again to Beatport, to FutureSound, to the Organization of Electronic Music, the Association for Electronic Music, and to all the other partners involved. We have many artists in the report, including Ben Rao, Luisa, Cascade, Youssef, and many others, including Sarah Story. I encourage you to go to the report, check it out, have an open mind, and honestly, just start exploring with music. See what you can do for yourself, and then you can figure out how you can help others. Thank you and have a great afternoon. Cheers.